my 2026 Japanese Grand Prix predictions. Alright, race week again. Japanese Grand Prix, Japan, Suzuka. Oh boy, do I have some predictions today. Yeah, Japan's gonna honestly be an interesting one. Mostly because, but let's just get straight into my predictions. I'll explain that later. But flop of the weekend, I'm going with Ollie Behrman. He's had a superb start to the season so far. A great race in um China, but I just think he might be not that half might be bad. He might be. By the way, that Godzilla delivery is awesome, but he might be outperformed by his teammate potentially. And he didn't have the best race here last year. Also, Japan's also a track that punishes a bit of error as well. And let's go to surprise of the weekend, where I am going. This guy has to have one. Max Verstappen. He's won her in the past. I'm just gonna say I don't think he's gonna win this Grand Prix. Let's be real. Like, I do think he's gonna do well because it's Japan and it's Max, but I don't think he's gonna win. As the car is just too bad at the moment that I don't think Verstappen can handle it at least right now. Well, he didn't even finish the last race if you remember that. But yeah, anyway, let's go on to the biggest gainer where we have Carlos Sainz. Basically, I think the Williams isn't necessarily a good quality car, but last race he gained and got some points. Do I think Williams are going to realistically get points in Japan? I'm not sure. But I think he's going to be the biggest gainer. I don't know. This is a category I could just throw a random person out there and be able to get it right, to be fair. Anyway, let's go on to pole position. I'm going for Charles Leclerc. I think Charles Leclerc is going to get pole in Japan. Come on, the one track that I think so far Merc can't get pole is maybe Japan. Mostly just because it punishes error, and also it's a narrow track. Most of the narrow tracks is close. Also, Charles himself isn't bad around Japan. Like, he's not great, but he's not terrible, in my opinion. Also, the Ferrari I think could be pretty good here, in my opinion. Because that cornering. I was going to my top three. Third place, I'm going Max Verstappen. I think he's going to get his first podium. Hopefully they reignite that pace that they had in Australia. Like, surely Max has to get a podium somewhere at some point, right? Actually, yeah. I don't think we're going to have to worry about rain because it is early season. But I can still see Max having... Though he's been on the apart from that one DNF in 2019, he's basically been on the podium every time here. Like, if he's not won, he's been on the podium. And that's a good stat that I want to back. Anyways, P2, I'm going for George Russell. I think George Russell's going to get a nice, solid P2. Gonna be his first loss of the season. Actually, not even his first loss, his second loss, because Antonelli beat him last race. I forgot. Yeah, I'll explain why I think he's gonna come second. Notice how I haven't put Kimi or Hamilton here. So that's gonna tie into a prediction a little later. But yeah, just think he's gonna get a nice, solid second place. And yeah, my race winner, gone with Charles Leclerc. Come on. Hate me how much you want. Like, most of them saying that because you remember last year, like, Japan has a track kind of like Monaco. Like, you can put it on pole and have like a pretty chance of winning. Like, I can't think, and you can have like a pretty good chance of winning unless like these regulations turn this track alive. Oh, that main straight though, but Ferrari, if they get a good start, they could be good for a nice couple of laps. Also, they have that cornering speed, which is like most of the track. So that's gonna be interesting to see how they do with the corners. And yeah, I think this could be their first chance of a win. Once they don't mess up the strategy, this could legitimately be their first chance of a win. I mean, it's right. Crazy prediction is surprise prediction is Toyota tie-in. One of the top cars are out of the top five. Basically saying that, well, this actually could be anyone. That basically one of the top cars that finished top four, like Ferrari or Mercedes, isn't in the top five. This hasn't actually happened yet this season. Apart from, yeah, this actually hasn't happened yet this season, so this would technically be a crazy prediction. But yeah, those are my predictions for the Japanese Grand Prix. I hope it's a good race at least. I will stay up to watch it, of course. I gotta keep my 100% streak alive, of course. But yeah, I'll see you guys later.